The pound sterling and the euro showed a smaller drop despite an inevitable introduction of tough quarantine measures in Europe. At the moment, European countries are deciding on the date when the lockdown measures will be imposed. Most countries are planning to close bars, restaurants, shops and ban movement within cities. It's possible that the pause in the decline of both currencies was caused by the ECB's meeting. Christine Lagarde may decide to expand stimulus measures, including the asset purchasing program that came into force in March this year. The epidemiological situation in Europe is getting worse. Moreover, medium and small businesses will hardly survive the second economic shutdown. Thus, the ECB has nothing to do but to ease its monetary policy. This may lead to lower yield of European bonds, thus making investors switch to more attractive assets. That's why the euro may face a gloomy future. At the same time, the epidemiological situation in the UK is hardly better than in France or Spain. Thus, the second national lockdown is highly possible. However, Boris Johnson's colleagues are still opposing his proposal to impose containment measures. Nevertheless, it's obvious that the UK will follow its neighbor steps. On this background, the US dollar showed a rise. Moreover, it's supported by expectations of the US GDP data for the third quarter. According to the forecast, the country's economy expanded by 30% in the given period. Such a jump could have been caused by loosening of lockdown measures introduced in March. Notably, this spring, the US GDP slumped by 31.4%. That's why investors will hardly ignore the report. Yesterday, the euro-dollar pair showed a decline and reached the support level near 1.17. After that, the pair inched up. On the trading chart, we can see that the stagnation that occurred during the Asian session contributed to a larger number of short deals. As a result, the price moved towards 1.17. If the price fixes below 1.1718, it may drop to 1.1690. If the price fixes below 1.1685 on the 4-hour chart, the number of short deals may soar. At the same time, the pound-dollar pair declined to 1.2960. However, later it returned to 1.1300. According to the trading chart, the pair is still hovering around the psychological level of 1.30, thus attracting traders' attention. If the price fixes below 1.30, it's likely to slide to 1.2910 and 2860. Once the pound-dollar pair breaks the area of 1.2840, traders will see the main signal of the downtrend recovery. Notably, all the recent swings were triggered by the news flow. Thus, traders are recommended to monitor news on such burning issues as Brexit and the coronavirus spread. That's all for now. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel. See you in several hours. We will take a close look at the US trading session.